In this week's BlizzPro Weekly, Legion Alpha is back, and Heroes of the Storm gets some newfangled stuff. And we want to know who you're running in Diablo 3. Starcraft has some kind of a freak of freaks, and Jeff Kaplan tells us to hold our horses, and Hearthstone opens up their casting opportunities.
Hey there everyone, my name is Kevin Ellis, also known as Multizord, and we are filming on January 23rd, 2016, and this is episode 101. Last week during episode 100, we announced our giveaway, and we now have a winner picked at random from the commenters. So congrats to Vinicius Werneck, who recommended that we have the Innkeeper in Heroes of the Storm, which I couldn't agree more. I actually have a really sweet idea. What if you could drag and drop the cards, like a hand of cards, into the field and then control some of your minions and that sort of thing. But I digress. I'm getting too into it. Anyway, we would love to hear from you guys, of course. Send us your emails to dearclover@blizzpro.gmail.com, and be sure to leave us some comments down below. Now, let's go ahead and check out the World of Warcraft with Spades.
Here's the beef.
Spades, long hair, don't care, Lund here. How's it going? Let's jump into a little bit of some World of Warcraft. So the World of Warcraft team has returned from their little Winterfell vacation to bring the Legion Alpha back online, and they've made a few updates in the process. In addition to all of the content that was previously included in the alpha, testers can now do these few things as well. Explore the new Val'sharah zone, explore the new Darkheart Thicket dungeon, take a look around the Shaman Order Hall, and take the new Demon Hunter Vengeance tank spec for a little bit of a spin. The raid boss Ursak has also made an appearance, and he can barely wait to meet you. Character copy is currently disabled. I know, sad but very true. But testers can create high-level characters using templates that have been provided. There is a non-disclosure agreement for the Legion Alpha test, so be sure to bug all your favorite Twitch and YouTube personalities, as they are there to stream the game and share screenshots or movies. As with all pre-release content, please keep in mind that Legion is still in development. There will be some changes as they continue to prepare for the oncoming beta test. What you are seeing during the alpha test is not necessarily a representation of the actual game. As stressed so many times before, players select to participate in the alpha test will receive an email invitation directing them to download and install the new alpha client directly through Battle.net desktop apps. As always, please be aware, fishy attempts. If you are unsure whether your invitation is legit or you're just in general curious, please log into Battle.net to verify whatever you can install and play the Legion Alpha. For those that already have and those that are just now getting access to the alpha, let us know in the comments what you think of the whole process, the content and all, the artwork. Feel free to share it all with us. I'm Spades, long hair don't care, Lund, and that is the WoW segment.
Nobody's going to pay to see this.
Hey guys, Greg Gizmozord Parker here with the latest on Heroes of the Storm. Last week we had a teaser for 2 new heroes that will be next to enter the Nexus. After a few days, they were finally revealed to be Li Ming, the Diablo 3 Wizard, and Zul, the Diablo 2 Necromancer. Congrats to commenter AMC180796 on guessing the Necromancer. Li Ming will be a ranged assassin filling the spot of Arcane Mage, since we already have a Frost and Fire Mage. It's rumored that she may actually be the highest skill-capped hero to enter the game, but if you're able to pull it off, the damage could be devastating. And the one I am personally more excited about is Zul, who will be a melee specialist, which is the first of this type to enter the game. If you want to get some more info about these 2 characters' abilities, head on over to heroesofthestorm.blizzpro.com. A few days ago, we also saw a promo video released for upcoming in-development items, including skins and mounts, in addition to the heroes we just discussed. For skins, we have Crimson Count Arthas, which is an amazing skin, and in his mount form, he turns into a giant fucking bat, which is terrifying. We also have the Love Doctor Medic, Lunar Jaina, which really doesn't look like Jaina, so I'm a little worried people will get confused on what hero that is when they see that skin. Lunar Illidan, Master Li Ming, the Master Zul, Serpent King Zul, and Star Princess Li Ming. For mounts, we have the Star Chariot, yet another coin surfboard mount we can ride around, yay. The Cloud Serpent, and Lunar Dragon. That's going to do it for Heroes of the Storm news this week. Let's hop into some Diablo.
Stay a while and listen.
Shadow and Paul pushed to reach Hardcore Paragon 100 this week, but due to scheduling issues, they have fallen short. There were definitely a few times where they almost lost tunes due to falling asleep, but neither has had to restart their character yet. As for myself, I've rolled a Hardcore Crusader, currently sitting at around Paragon 284. I've slowed down a bit due to a death and losing all of my gear. Never trust a friend who says they can handle T10 greed. No problem on Hardcore. You son of a bitch, Invin. God damn it. In all honesty, it wasn't a huge deal. I already have 5 of the 6 pieces for my Thorn build and have 2 more Belt of the Trove sitting in the bank waiting for me, so once I have the time I can try and make my way back to the leaderboard. What classes and builds are you all running this season? Make sure and let us know in the comments below. That's going to do it for Diablo news this week.
Hey everyone, it's Clover here, and first things first, some technical difficulties. My microphone broke over the week, which is so frustrating, but it's not going to stop me from delivering the news. So, without further ado, Afrika saves Starcraft's esports by picking up Spenu's Starcraft team. The team was formerly named Startail and is now going to be renamed to Afrika Freaks, which, if you're familiar with League of Legends esports, you'll have heard that name before. It's been suggested that the reason for this change is because the founder of Spenu was recently allegedly accused of embezzlement and fraud, and has, as a result, been avoiding all media attention. But in light of these events, Afrika TV will now sponsor that team, and effectively, Afrika TV saved Starcraft esports, so you're the real MVP. Something I didn't get to talk about last week was Intel Extreme Masters hosts its first WCS Winter Championship. 32 StarCraft players will compete for the first time ever in the Spodek Arena. This will be the first WCS Circuit Championship, and the winner will receive a WCS Global Playoff seat at BlizzCon. Now, in Poland, the final already took place on January 20th, and the 2 qualifying players are Elazer and Nerchiro, and they will compete in the Katowice tournament along with the qualifiers from the European server and the North American server. So the first week of the European Open qualifiers begins January 27th, so I can't wait, and I hope to catch you guys at the end of that. Well, there's a lot that's happened in the pro scene since we've last seen each other, so to make this quick, here are the results from the most recent qualifying Code A matches. And that's all we have time for. What's up with Overwatch?
The world could always use more heroes.
The Overwatch game director, Jeff Kaplan, made a blue forum post on Thursday, in which he started off with, "Happy 2016, everyone," and then proceeded to crush everyone's souls. Because he told us that the beta is going to come back in mid-February, which is a little later than we were anticipating. But, I mean, to be completely honest, there are some good reasons why they're putting it off. The delay is because they are adding an entirely new game mode to the beta, and maps to support it. And by that I mean maps, plural, like he used an S in the sentence. So a couple new maps, new mode, also, of course, some balance updates, but then also a progression system that they're going to put in there as well. So to me, I've been able to play the beta a little bit, so I've already had a little bit of a taste. And to me, it's totally worth the wait. I would rather just actually have some new content to talk about, go over, and play. I do feel for a good chunk of the community that are really excited about this game that haven't even had the chance to play it yet at all. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the new wave of invites that are coming out with this. So for them, it's just that much longer to wait to play this game that they're already really passionate about. So feel for you guys as well. But again, the beta process is really just so that Blizzard can put the best game out possible when it comes out this year. So it's really just all about their needs and making sure that, we all have a good time. And but in the meantime, I do actually really hope, if you're listening, Blizzard, I hope you can give us information on these new maps, the new mode, and all that in between now and when the beta comes out. Because it would be nicer for a news show, for instance, to have a few things to talk about in the next month, as opposed to just an explosion of information in mid-February. So hoping that's what happens. I'm guessing it is too, but we'll just kind of see how they play it out. But anyway, a lot to look forward to either way. And again, the game is coming out this year in the next few months. So, just hang tight. But in the meantime, while we're waiting on all that, let's talk about some Hearthstone.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
In Hearthstone, the winter preliminaries are coming up in February, mid to late February. And Blizzard needed a little extra help casting these events. So they put out I guess you could call it contest, competition, that sort of thing, called So You Think You Can Cast, in a blog post, where they asked the community to send in a sample mock casting submission to just show off their abilities in casting. And out of over 150 entries, we now have some brand new casters added to the roster, and you might recognize at least one name in particular on this list, maybe more. So congratulations to the following casters, and forgive me, I'm going to air quote all of your handles. So we've got Daniel D2 Ikuda, Simon Soddle Welch, Nick Aquablad Secker, Cora Songbird Georgiou, and Alex Raven Baguli. Pardon me if I butchered that one. But then, of course, we've got BlizzPro's own Kevin Odin Hovdestad. And you guys might know him from certain BlizzPro podcasts such as Well Met and The Payload. We kind of mention those at the end of every show, so it's a chance to get to know him if you haven't yet. I personally actually listen to both of those podcasts every week, and frankly, I would do so even if I wasn't tied into the whole BlizzPro thing. Like, I just genuinely enjoy their conversation. And as to Kevin Hovdestad himself, he's really knowledgeable about Hearthstone, and he brings a sort of analytical mind to that podcast that, the other two hosts do, of course, as well, John and JR, but he just, for some reason, he's just able to lay it out in such a high-level analysis and, of course, velvety vocal tones, and I expect we're going to get even more of that out of his casting abilities there, too. So from one Kevin who covers Hearthstone and Overwatch for BlizzPro to another Kevin who covers Hearthstone and Overwatch for BlizzPro, I wish you the best of luck, good sir. And I've also got to give a shout-out to Cora, who is from Team Vicious Syndicate, and also on her own podcast, the Coin Concede podcast, another one I listen to from time to time. And people are really excited that she's the first female Blizzard-sanctioned Hearthstone caster, but in truth, she's actually also really knowledgeable about the game and really good at explaining her thought process through every turn. I know this because I actually just sat down to a coaching session with her this week, like just the other day, to go over her Corridon Paladin Secret Paladin deck. Anyway, so congrats to both of you and to all the people who made it in. Now, if you are interested in potentially casting the game as well, Blizzard also announced that they are continuing to accept the So You Think You Can Cast submissions just going forward. So if you think you missed the bus on this first round, kind of like I did, you can still send in submissions. What you do is you download and cast over a sample video from their blog, and you can leave a link to your submission in the comments or just tweet it at PlayHearthstone with the hashtag HSCast. And I'm still thinking about maybe doing it myself, although I kind of want to do a joke one, with either like a real southern drawl or else like a really over-exaggerated nerdy voice of some sort. But then I'm kind of worried that they're actually going to like it and I'm going to end up casting entire tournaments with a voice like this. So I'm kind of worried about that sort of thing. But I'll let you guys know if I do it. So anyway, good luck to any of you other aspiring casters, and if you do put in a submission, let us know in the comments below. Thank you again. Well, that about does it for this week yet again. Be sure to send Clover some email at dearcloverfromblizzpro@gmail.com and leave us some comments below. Let us know what you think. Also, be sure to check out all the other BlizzPro shows live at blizzpro/twitch.tv. On Sunday, we've got Well Met, the Hearthstone podcast. Monday, Twizcast, all things Blizzard. Tuesday, Heroes of the Storm Power Hour. Wednesday, West March Workshop for Diablo. Thursday now has the Payload for Overwatch. And then also check out us Zords on our own podcast, Lords of the Storm.